feet of the person that we're about to massage. And just sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, roll your shoulders away from your ears. Bring your hands to heart center. Just take a few breaths here to feel into your body. And so, one of the things I talked about is the lineage of where Thai massage comes. And it has its roots in Buddhism. And you can think of it in terms as like an act of metta, and metta means loving kindness. And we'll take a moment here just to reflect on a time that we felt really loved, cared for, and supported in our lives, so we can feel what that sensation feels like to ourselves. You might even be able to bring to mind the face of this person that supported you and cared for you and loved you. Just notice the expression on their face. Kindness, joy, gratitude. And maybe even reciprocating some of that back to this person. This act of giving and receiving metta, loving kindness. And working with the idea of this act being an expression of that, this giving of massage being an expression of giving love, support, and kindness to this person in front of you. Begin to open your eyes. Bring your hands together and just rub them together to generate some energy and heat in your hand. And then bring your hands so that they're just a little bit apart. Feel the energy in your hands. And slowly begin to lower your hands down to the feet of the person you're about to work with. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, just roll the left foot out. Make sure that their foot is on the mat. Inhale, come to center. And on your exhale, pour your weight into your right hand and roll out. Inhale to come up. Exhale, pour into your left. Roll the toes out. Is that okay on the foot? Okay. Inhale up. And exhale, roll into the right. Just making your way up, palming your way up the arch of the foot up to the toes and then back down towards the heels. Finding a rhythm and a flow that works here in your body. Get back by the heel. We can set up to start palming our way up the inner lines of the calf. So middle fingers point up towards the head, and see if you can let your middle finger come to the place, the valley in between the calf and the shin. We'll breathe in, and on the exhale, just pour into the left hand. Inhaling back to center, and exhale, pouring to the right hand. Moving with breath, we'll just start walking our way and palming our way up the inner lines of the calves until you get right below the knee. Be sure not to put weight on the knees. See if you can find straight arms and use your body weight. Yeah. So we'll palm our way up by the knees and then back down towards the ankles. And back up to the knees. We usually go like in a fashion of up and then down and then back up. And when we get back up by the knees, we'll step the left foot to the outside of the right knee. And then bring the patella or the kneecap right into the palm of your hand. And it's like I'm applying pressure there a little bit and then rolling around in circles. For some people, they might be ticklish here. So if they start giggling, then maybe don't do this. Okay. Just rolling in circles a couple of times in each direction. And then we'll work at palming our way with the heel of our hand up the inner line of the thighs. The closer you are to the knee, the more sensitive it is. So a little bit less pressure by the knees. And then a little bit deeper pressure as you walk your way up the inner lines of the thighs. And then you might feel the heartbeat underneath your hand when you get to the hip crease. Just noting where that's at, we'll palm our way back down towards the knees. Make sure not to put weight on the kneecap itself. We'll palm our way back up towards the hip crease. Using the body weight, lean in, not really using like rubbing around it like this, but just pouring the weight is the massage. A little bit more in. Bring your hands a little bit more in. Yeah. Imagine, here, sit up real quick. Just look here real quick. Okay, sit up real fast. Okay. So imagine that the trajectory of your weight being poured is actually going straight into the bone. Like that's where you're aiming for, underneath. So if you're rolling out like this, it can get sort of like pinchy on the skin and feel uncomfortable. But if you pour straight, like you're going into the actual bone, like this way, it can feel really better. And then we'll get up to the hip crease. And just pour the weight there. Notice how I'm just letting the hips move forward and down. Sort of like we were doing in the yin yoga earlier. If you don't feel the pulse, that's fine. If you want to go deeper here, you could always take it into more of a lunge, like a warrior lunge. There's also an option to come into like a down dog. You feel like you still want to go deeper, and you have crow in your practice, you could come into Bakasana. Probably not though, but it's fun to try right now. Some of you might even do a handstand here. A couple more breaths. And then just lower down. And we'll sit back and just brush and encourage the flow of that energy down the legs. We'll do 3 brushes. All right. We'll pick up the left foot with our right hand. Got it? The right, left foot with the right hand. So you use your right hand, yeah, to pick up. So the left foot is the same side as your right hand. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. It gets a little confusing. Okay. All right, just kneel up like this. Just keep your arms straight. If you bend the elbow like this, then you're exerting energy. And the idea here is to be lazy as you're giving this massage. You don't want to exert too much effort. You want to be able to do more than 20 or 30 minutes of massage. Okay? So arms straight. You can use your hand back behind the knee to get their knee to bend. Yeah. And then step your right foot just right outside of their hip. See, it's my foot is right on the same line as the hip. And then I'll bring her crease, or the knife edge of her foot into my hip crease. And then from here, if I just lunge like this, it's going to give her some stretch. You see that? Effortless. I could do this all day and get paid for it. Nice, yeah. All right, now bring your hand to the knee. And then bring your other hand to the same line that we were working on the thigh. And so you can just palm your way up and down the inner line of the thigh and working the stretch sort of down and in. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just make about 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 stretches here. And now we'll catch the knee and the heel with the hands and bring it over, right over the hip. Lower your right knee down and lift your left foot and step it right next to their hip. See how my foot is right by the hip? So the left foot, step it over the body. Yeah. Bring it a little closer to her hip. A little bit like more towards her arm. Yeah. Cool. All right, bring her leg all the way over your leg. So the kneecap is over. So if you need, like if you're a little bit taller than her, straighten your leg out a little bit. Yeah. And so we're getting so that the back of the knee is over the thigh so that we can just press and lift. Giving a little bit of a release to the sacrum. You might hear a moan. You might hear a groan. You might notice their eyeballs rolling around in the back of the head. Those are all good signs. That's what we're looking for. If you're ever working on somebody and they scrunch up in their face, that's usually a sign that you're going too deep or it's something that doesn't feel good. So pay attention to the body language too. Really important. Also, if you feel it press back against you, that's another sign that maybe you're moving into a place that doesn't feel so therapeutic. From here, we'll bring the hands down. You can go on either side of the torso or on either side of the head, or maybe a mix of the two. And then drop your knee. You guys see that? Here, I'll come back here. Here, hands down, knee drops, other knee lifts. Yeah, get her leg more. Yeah, right there. Yeah, perfect. More. Drop your knee down more. Nope, the knee. Bring the knee to the ground.
Go back to
Yeah. Now drop your left knee down. All the way down. Knee down? Yeah, lift your right knee up. Yeah, just like that. Everyone got it? Yes. Awesome. I think that's the first time it's happened like that. Perfect. Good job. All right. Now you can bring your hand just to the TFL and massage around in circles like this a little bit. Can feel good. Feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's smiling. She's smiling and nodding. Good sign. All right. And then we'll take our fingers sort of like a C shape. And then just feel for the erector muscle, the muscle that lines the spine. If you're pressing on the spine, it'll feel bony, but right next to that, you'll feel the muscle. It's called the erector muscle. You just kind of ease your way up, just leaning back to do the work. Arms are sort of straight, and you're just peeling the muscle away from the spine a little bit. Yeah. And then we'll bring our left hand to their left shoulder. Yeah? Perfect. Yeah, yeah. And then the right forearm to the spine. So actually bring your hand like you're trying to put your hand right behind their heart. And your whole forearm aligns with their spine. We'll take a breath in. And on the exhale, just lean back. Inhale and exhale, lean. I'm just easing my way down towards the sacrum with my hand. And I'll go back in between the shoulder blades, and I'll just lean and pulse to twist and stretch the spine. Is that okay? All right, from here, press both hands down on either side of the head or the torso. If you draw your left knee in a little bit, you can lower your right knee and come all the way back to this position. Sweet. Looks like everyone has it. Good job. All right. And then just come to a sitting position, sort of like a butterfly with your left knee bent, right leg extended out. Everyone there? Sweet. And then imagine that you're doing a karate kick. Like that. Kick in, right in to the, so that your knife edge of your foot is right behind the knee. You guys see that? Straight, and then just let the foot fall all the way over to the ground. Yeah. Cool. And then you can hold on to the foot with one hand or both hands, and then just work at stepping on the hamstring. Try to find good body mechanics here, so your spine is tall. Is that okay? Just watching the breath. If they're taking long, even breaths, then you know that you're at a therapeutic place. If you're working on somebody, they scrunch up their face and they hold their breath, all signs that you're going too deep. So really pay attention to them, the person in front of you. And then you just lower that leg down and straighten it out. And then let's lift this leg up.
Same leg?
Yeah, same leg. And just stand, like step over their right leg. Okay. And then just pull them towards you a few times. We're not going to flip them yet. If you're wanting to flip them already, that's not happening yet. It'll happen on the other side. This is just to release the spine here. And we'll step back. And here's a fun way to lower the leg. Step onto your left foot and bring your right foot in like a tree pose. And then bring the foot in front of your knee. And then extend your foot and catch just the ankle. And then lower it down. A professional Thai massage therapist. Awesome. All right, that was leg one. Still a lot left to go. All right, come down to kneeling. Catch their right foot with your left hand. Keep your spine nice and tall, heart lifted. Lift up. Bring your right hand back behind their knee and just get it to bend. Usually doesn't take a lot, just a little press will encourage it to bend. And then step your left hip by their right, or your left foot by their right hip. And bring the foot into your hip crease. Cool. And then just do a little bit of movement to stretch. Nice. That sound went off. All right, and then from here we'll palm the inner line of the thigh.
No water. It's full. Does it need to stay on? No, it doesn't.
No, we just leave it off. It's better without it. All right. And we'll catch the leg with both hands. Lift it up to center. Drop your left knee. Lift your right knee and step your right foot over their leg, their left leg. And your foot comes right by the left hip. Bring it so that the back of the knee rests on your thigh. If you're in a position like this and you go to press, it's going to be like intense. So you want to really get so that the leg folds over your thigh. All right, and then we'll just do some rocks with the sacrum. Step your foot all the way over too. You can actually bring the leg a little bit more over you. And then lift. Press onto the top of the foot to lift your hip. Yeah, see that? It's like a lever, like a water pump. Alright, cool. From here, we'll plant the hands. Lift the left knee and drop the right knee. It's like your knee goes right by the armpit. Come into that Hanuman pose here. Keep your foot where it was. Your foot. Yeah. Yeah, you're good, yeah.
So drop it. Drop it.
Yeah, drop your right knee and then lift the other one. Yeah. You good? Everyone good? Cool, you got it? Alright. From here, we'll massage the glute or the TFL. Do some circles. Sometimes when I work on somebody, if I just do this, their lower back will pop because it's releasing the tension that binds up the lower back. And then we'll bring our fingers into like that C shape and work our way up the erectors. And then bring your right hand to their shoulder. It's their right shoulder too, yeah. And then bring your left hand and your left forearm to their spine and just lean back. About 3 or 4 pulses to make your way to the sacrum. And then start back between the shoulder blades, about 3 or 4 pulses to the lower back. One more time just to make sure we get it. And then plant your hands down. Lift your right knee and bring it in towards them a little bit to pull the knee up. And we'll come to this position here. Everyone there? And then just sit back. Come into a butterfly with your right foot in towards your left thigh. Left foot extends. Cool. From here, lift the leg. And bring the knife edge of your foot in behind the, yeah, so it's at the, yeah, you're good. He's got it. See if you can get the leg more straight. See how you're out to the side already? Bring it more up here, yeah. Yeah, and you can give a little tug here too, it can feel nice. And then let the knee and your foot fall all the way out to the ground. Alright, and then hold on to the foot with one hand or with both hands. And just start walking your way out on the hamstring. Back a little bit. And we'll catch both legs and just stand up. I didn't show you guys this part. This will be fun. Okay. And you can just kind of lift the sacrum and rock it a couple times. If you're working on somebody and they're way taller than you, yeah, you can hold like that, or you can catch like this. Turn the toes in and out a few times. And step your right foot in between and your left foot back. And just bring your hips forward. And then turn their toes in to catch your glutes. And from there, just lean back. Her eyeballs just roll in her head. I know it's good. So taking the effort out of it. No bend in the elbows. Just using your body weight to traction the spine. This is called a bullfighter. Not sure how many bullfights there are in Thailand. But Red Bull is from Thailand. So. Alright. So from here, legs straight up. Just use your knees behind their knees to get them to bend. See that? It's like a... Alright. And then rock them a little side to side like this. Keep your arms straight. And just do it in a way that feels good in your body. So your spine's straight, your arms are straight. Nice and relaxed, no tension. You could just be here all day if you like. And this is called the bus driver. You can make horn sound if you And now bring the knees, or the arch of the feet to your knees. And let me pull my pants up a little here so you can see. You guys see that? So it's like the arch of the foot fits perfectly under my knees. I'll bring my knees together. See that? And then just pour the weight straight down. This is a nice release to the lower back. Alright, and then from here, this is going to be the test. See how you guys do it. Alright, we're going to reach around both legs to catch and interlace the fingers. So you'll see here, interlace, catch. I'm pressing my knees in against my hands, and I'm just going to sit up and lift up. Nice. Looks like everyone got it, pretty much. Lower down. Draw the knees in again. Feel good. Release. You can try one more time. Step in a little closer. I think you can do it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's good. Sweet.
This is the first time I've ever seen you teach and everybody's got it.
I know, yeah. Good job. Alright. From here, we lift. Ask them to step or to reach their arms straight back. Reach your arms straight back. Okay. And now I'll just use that same lower thing, but on the right leg. So I'll use my right foot to catch their leg to lower it down. Okay. And then walk over their left leg. And then just kind of pull a little bit, a couple times. So they don't even know when you're going to do it. But it's coming. Alright. So if you walk a little closer to their body, you can just roll them right over. And then they might want to scoot onto their mat, onto the blankets. Scoot up a little bit more. So your feet. And then we'll walk on the soles of the feet. So here's the deal with walking on the feet. Make sure that the heels are dropped out. And also make sure that the feet are on the mat, so they're on the cushion. If there's a lot of space between this joint in the ground, then you won't want to walk too high up on the feet. You can just move a little bit side to side like this. Doing a little walking meditation on the feet. And then, if you want to go a little deeper here, you can bring the heel of your foot right into the arch of their foot. Just turning around, and maybe just bring your hands back behind you. Walk it out a little bit like this. Turn your heels or your toes out a little bit more. Alright. From here, we'll turn back around. And I'll just show you the place that we're aiming for. We're going to kneel on the glutes here in a second. So the TFL and the top of the femur is about right here. And the sacrum is here. And we want to aim for this part, this glute part right here. Okay? If you go to kneel on them and you feel bone, then adjust so that you're not feeling bone, because that feels not so good. Hands on either side of them. Bring your knees in. And then you can just windshield wiper your knees. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. And check in with them too. If you're not sure, is that okay? And you can bring your toes down to the ground inside their legs. And then readjust your knees a little bit and come back up. Find a new spot. All right. And then bring your knees back so that they're at that thut area we were showing you earlier. And then from here, it's like a lean, like I lean into my hands, then into my knees, and then into my feet. And then my knees and my hands. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This usually feels really nice. Move your knees around a little bit. You can even walk them down a few inches, but you don't want to get lower, much lower than about halfway with your knees. It starts to get a little bit too intense. All right, and then bring your knees right to the thut, and then reach to catch their hands. Have them reach back to hold your wrists. Yeah. So they hold your wrists, you hold their wrists. Take a breath in, and sit up. And lean back. Breathe in. And exhale, lower them down. Bring your hands a little bit higher. Take a breath in. And on the exhale is where we lift. With a tall spine, lift your heart. Lift your hips. Roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale, lower down. Again, breathe in. And lift them up. We'll breathe in together. Lift your chest. Bring your hips a little more forward. Lift your chest more. And slowly ease your way down. And then set their hands so that they're ready to come into child's pose in just a second. All right, from here, just step over their legs, catch the hips, and say push back into child's pose. Push back into child's pose. And then just bring your hands to the sacrum and turn your fingers back. And then you can sit on your hands. All right. So it's best probably to sit on your hands here. You don't want to be resting your furniture on their back. Right. And then we'll walk around to the front. You said we have 5 minutes? Okay. All right, step your foot in between their hands. And then have them, you can catch their hands and just say interlace your fingers. And now watch up here really quick. Okay? See how her elbows are already off the ground? And I'm on the ball of my toes. Let's go, yeah, just like that. Looks good, looks good. Yeah, perfect. And then scoot your toes back a little. Okay. All right, from here, with the heel lifted, just step your left foot kind of by their body. See here where my left foot's at? And then just bring your hand to the sacrum and just root the heel down. As you breathe in, release out of it. And as you exhale, draw the heel down. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. One more time. And I'll lift the heel and let her lower her elbows back down and release my foot. And I'll bring one hand onto the sacrum and one hand to the shoulder and just help her up. Cool. All right. And then have them sit in a cross-legged position. You can sit cross-legged, and then I'm going to have you turn to face the wall. So you guys can sort of see what's going on here. I'll sit back behind. And I'll just massage the shoulders a little bit, neck a little bit. You can just use your thumbs in the back. And in a second, we'll be bringing our feet in to do the work. All right. So I'll reach through her arms, catch them, bring them out. Yeah. And then I'll sit back and have her hold my wrists. I'm holding the wrist, she's holding my wrist. I'll bring my foot in between her shoulder blades and my other foot. And then ask her to lift her chest a little bit. Yeah. And see how my toes are right in between the shoulder blades? and my legs go straight. You want to get to a place where your legs can go straight, and then just use your toes to massage in between the shoulder blades. And then you can turn your toes in a little bit to get underneath the shoulder blades more. Okay? Just make sure you check in every now and then. It's hard to see the body language when their back's to you. And you can walk your feet down the back and even out to the glutes. Turn the feet to the side a little bit. Massaging this lower back, glutes, mid back, upper back. And release and bring our hands to our knees. And we'll do some Thai chops. So bring your hands together. Spread your fingers out and bring your hands to your chest, just like this. And kind of feel and hear that special sound from the Thai chop. Okay. And then we'll do 3 brushes from the crown of the head. 1 out the arm, 1 down the back, last one down the back and all the way up the legs. Bring your hands to your heart and thank your partner in the traditional way. So in Thailand, the way that you say thank you is if you're a female, you say Kap Khun Krap, so you say ka at the end. And if you're a man, you say Kap Khun Krap, so you say kap at the end. Okay, so we'll think in the traditional way. Kap Khun Krap.